Anyway,
Right, what's next on your bit?
What's next on my bit is the last subject on here, which is question time, and this...
We've got the messagey bits as well.
We've got messagey bits and things.
Don't know if we've got any bits from it. What we got? Oh, let's have a look. Lean back too far. Liam was saying we caught her. It's hard work moving and maintaining the freezers. You have to watch last week's fun, so we've got that.
Yeah.
If you don't know what was going on, why didn't you watch last week's? Yeah. Cousin got some of those plain white trainers from Balenciaga, which is one of these, so, and paid £650 for them. They were horrible.
Yeah.
What we got on here? Lily Ween also hasn't watched the last 2 seasons of Supernatural yet.
No, I don't.
Although she met Mark Sheppard, Crowley, at MCM Comic Con.
I do like him.
And he was lovely.
Yeah.
And well, lots of people like the new intro from last week's.
You were odd on that.
Right, yeah, we've got a question from Lolly Wayne.
Actually, I'll be honest, we both know about
this. We did all know
about
this because we've actually
I'm quite pleased that Darren did read it out to me. I didn't answer it per se, but it did mean that he could go and get some pictures up and running on our TV screen, which we'll show you and talk to you about.
Yeah.
But what's the question?
Right, I have a question. What made you decide, choose the shop and the stock you sold? Right. Well, when we first got together, really, we wanted to do bits together, and I'd lost a partner, as some of you know, and basically it makes you reevaluate what's important, and we wanted to spend time together doing something for us. Now, first of all, we did actually look at pubs. The irony is neither of us that keen on people that are heavily drunk, so really couldn't. But we were sort of romanticising the idea of a country pub, and thank goodness at the time I was because that was before the smoking ban. At the time I was working in a gentleman's club in Hove.
Yeah.
So. Which
is why we sort of went from there, really. Now, I've always had a thing for dragons. I say it was a cartoon Flight of the Dragons actually that got me when we were truly hooked onto dragons, and I used to go around markets and things, and there was one down at the Brighton Marina, and I got my first dragons there, sort of thing. They were the cast ones, really pretty. I've still got one of them smashed, unfortunately.
I've always liked fantasy bits, fantasy bits. I used to Warhammer fantasy role play and bits like that. But I like skulls and bits like that.
So I don't quite know what happened. Across. We knew we wanted to do something together, and I mean, it was something that just interested us. So we started off doing.
We decided to buy what? Car boot?
Yeah, car boots. That's the one. Yeah. So we decided that as dragons were our passion, that's what we do.
We bought some dragons. We got and we got some
like little miniature dragons, some little witches.
We got a selection of different ones.
Now this isn't going to show up terribly well because unfortunately, in those days cameras weren't that, because this is going back some years.
Yeah.
But cameras didn't pick up the bits sharp enough. In fact, some of them look quite gaudy, and I can assure you they were not.
No, that's right.
Comes to that, it doesn't even make my tablecloth look gorgeous. Never
that's right.
My tablecloth.
But that was how we started. That was our first bit. That was a car boat, 6 foot table,
plastic paste table from B&Q, wasn't it?
Yeah, that had supports in the centre.
Yeah.
We had big dragons and bits like that. We bought them all from the same place. Later on, we went to. Right, let's stop this a sec. Later on, we went to
Burgess Hill.
And And we spoke to a few people up there, didn't we?
That's right. We bought a marquee and some more tables.
Yeah.
And we started selling some other bits. We had like necklaces, incense, rings.
We'd already shoved over to miniature bits and pieces.
Yeah, it was already. We'd already gone to selling fairies and skulls.
Yeah.
And bits.
And then you can see, I mean, they used to have fantastic. They've still got a market up there.
Yeah.
But it was a really happy time because, I mean, we'd do the Saturdays that we could do.
Yeah.
Because Darren was on different shift work at one point. And
we sold dragons, skulls, fairies, things with pentagrams on them, all sorts of bits.
This is after we'd gone through Nemesis as well.
No, it wasn't. This was before, yeah. This was before Nemesis.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't. Sorry.
No.
But no.
No, this is... We'll go on to the next one.
Oh, this... Yeah.
This one we still did Alchemy Gothic as well.
Oh, we still have the alchemy stuff. Yeah, that's right. And crystal key rings.
Yeah. Crystal key rings, crystal balls.
Flyer, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we did a lot of like the crystal balls. We had a massive one, actually.
Yeah, it's a big one there. Yeah, there's a big one.
No, we had much bigger.
Yeah, I know we did, yeah.
But no, it was just something that we absolutely loved. I mean, when I first got the necklaces in, I went around the office with them and...
Yeah, I was showing it from our marquee from a bit there.
And our company was called Flight of the Dragons.
Yeah, as you can see on that.
My love of the original TV series.
Yeah. And like there we got all fairies and miniatures and all sorts of bits.
We must have loved doing it because, I mean, it wasn't unheard of that during the winter time and that, if you like, they had thick snow there. So
we did have snow.
We used a shovel
to
shovel out the blooming snow.
Before we could put the thing down.
Once we'd set everything up, because we had all the sides down then to keep the warmth in. Yeah. And
we put a base in as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had tarpaulin across the floor at one point.
That's right, yeah.
To keep the water from coming in from melted snow.
That's right. Yeah. But no, I mean...
We had a selection of Native American stuff as well.
Yes, we did, yeah.
A place had shut down and we got some bits from...
Yeah, that's right.
They came up to an officer, offered us, and we want to come round, and we came round and bought some bits off them.
That happened a few times actually.
It did, yes. We had another one with Angel one, didn't we?
Yeah, we had.
Angel one's place in Brighton shut down.
There was also one that did what they call lightning jewellery.
Oh yeah, it was the
natural formed glass.
Yes,
and so on.
where lightning hit the sand in Brazil.
Yeah.
Create glass.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, over the years, you do get people coming up to you.
This is at a steam fair, which is a larger marquee, which is 20 foot one. This one, 20 foot by 10 foot. This was actually
borrowed from friends of ours.
Yeah.
And we did the steam fairs with them, and it was at a time when both of us were able-bodied, and it was just fantastic. We absolutely loved it.
Yeah, we have got a video of that up on the other one that I may redo and put on here.
But yeah, I mean, it was just a really happy time with good friends, and you know,
and it was great. You'd be out there, and right.
So there you go. There's our shop. Our regret, in some ways, was I mean
we changed the name.
The robin was a big thing for me, and like the early bird catches the worm sort of jobby was the idea behind it. Yeah. And because I had such a love of my old pet garden worm, or earthworm, I should say, Cedric. Yeah. I wanted him represented, and I love robins. At
the time before this, I was. We actually opened up the shop in September, but I was actually made redundant in the end of March from where I was working, and money we got from that we put into opening this.
Which we mostly needed for like the bookcases, and it was actually another shop that gave us the small glass cabinet that was in the window.
Yeah.
But
we never
all
had that
the
to
other
start
bits
with, yeah.
we had ourselves. We didn't have the money to change the flooring or anything, but
No.
people seemed to like the fact it harkened back to the days of when it used to be a scoop and weigh shop, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's another...
We were in between a really cool sweet shop and...
before we were selling like DVDs as well, and CDs, because we got them on a deal.
Then it was probably better. We liked doing the film stuff. We
had film stuff. We had anime, along with the different bits. So we got film stuff. We got like the clocks there, and the
Lisa Parker.
The canvas plaques. It's like that. So the DVDs, they were a bread and butter thing. They were a thing that we could sell a lot of them in a week.
Yeah.
And it would help keep you going, basically.
That's right. I mean, basically, if we liked it, we sold it.
Yeah. So we had other ones. We sold toys as well. Because again, it's bits that kept going.
But it was toy-related film stuff for the most part.
That's right,
things we remembered from our own childhood.
Yeah.
There was always a connection.
They were interactive toys. They weren't just...
Yeah.
Yeah. So different Nemesis dream catchers. That wolf one, with it laying down there, is 2 foot across.
It's not small. We've got 2 large ones like that in the bedroom. One's a black cat. And the other one is a Native American squaw with sort of like spirit animals. It's beautiful. They both are.
Yeah, we had like different bits up. We had bits around from films and stuff, like Goonies Never Say Die and stuff like that. It's all loads of dream catchers.
Yeah, we wanted to sort of create a film where it's like you got I solemnly swear art's no good. Obviously, you know, you use the space that's available to you, but at least it's something there if you are running low on certain stock.
Like bandanas, which is always a good sale. Yeah. And so incense, little dream catchers, bath bombs.
We used to have a little girl come in with her man,
even papers, because one of our friends used to be a rep for different companies.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I can do you a deal on some roll-up papers. And I said, yeah, go on then.
Because we did smoke back then as well. And it wasn't something that you could easily get hold of, which is what prompted us to get the filters and the papers. Because to be perfectly honest with you, make quite good money on them without charging an awful lot, and it was handy because you couldn't necessarily get hold of them.
So they were good with the art.
Oh, the art tiles are fantastic. We've actually stuck some of them up in the bathroom, and they're just quite clean.
Still got some of them in the lock up.
Yeah.
Got soap cake buns.
No, those were flannels.
No, the bits over here are soap. The bits in the middle.
The buns are.
Yeah.
No, the Swiss roll typey looking things were flannels.
Yeah, and so were the sweets.
Yeah.
We
also had sort of burlesque or black lace looking.
Yeah, lingerie scrunchies.
Lingerie scrunchies. Yeah,
that's nice. Yeah. And so we got the different soap there.
When we first had it out, we had that just with like the soap cakes in, so it looked like a patisserie bit. But honestly, we needed to create more. We had more stuff than we had space, so we had to switch them up a bit and things. But again, it was
so we got the film
bits
at the bottom as well, with the figures. Necklaces, magnets, more necklaces, and magic bit.
Our witchy bit, which to be honest, that had to be quite a small,
small
area, and it was pretty.
It was small. It was at the back near the counter, and it was low down. And basically, so a lot of people couldn't see it.
Yeah. Because we had enough grief about the fact we sold skulls.
People thought we were evil because we sold skulls. Anyway, sold skulls and dragons. The last thing we want these people finding the magic bits. I mean,
I'll be perfectly honest with you. If we'd have had the money to put into it being a proper magic shop, because this is what we created from our bit. What I'd have liked to have created was something like the magic shop Joel's had on Buffy.
That's how we had all different mugs and. Miniatures were always great.
I loved them as well. They made nice little presents, and they were little pocket money bits.
Yeah, I was saying, I got filmy bits and stuff, and
like the film bits down there, you've got like different ice cubes,
the ice cube trays,
ones and things like that.
We got our cabinets, which we've still got 2 of, which had necklaces, figures. Wands.
Funny enough, the third one went to we sold to our sold to our security guard that who I think a hell of a lot of actually.
Yeah.
And so he made use of that one, but no, the
watches and all sorts of bits in there, kids' watches.
Oh, and it kept changing up as well. I mean, we had some brilliant like dragons and different figures on bikes and things like that.
All necklaces. They're mostly filmy sort of ones.
If it was quirky and I liked it.
Yeah, it's like bits for promotional items for films. Also, water guns. They sold like anything they did because it just so happened we had a really warm weather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got tents and all sorts of bits there. All right, some are incense sticks.
I say that's a very small amount. We had 114.
Yeah, 100, just over 100, but we did have 144 at one point.
That's right.
But so that just only shows small of them. Yeah.
Again, that stand that the incense sticks were in back there, and you've got mugs on this side in. Yeah. That was given to us by
so it was a mug stand, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is it. My mum did the little wraparound bits. I just basically got some normal plain white mugs, and Mum made these little wraparound warmers for them.
Yeah. Yeah, so some of the mugs we had, they're all Lisa Parker ones, which used to sell really well.
Oh, they did, yeah. Beautiful mugs, mind you.
They were, yeah. And some more of the dream catchers. Different bits there. We've got different anime bits.
I mean, this you can sell. This is
when we were getting closer to closing down because we got rid of the store, or two of the cabinets at the front.
The biggest problem we had, you see, that we didn't have anywhere to put like great big cabinets that the till and bits were on. So
because they're a lot bigger than what you think they are.
That's right.
Because the cabinets that went across the front of here were 1.3 metres each.
That's right.
So all 3 of them was 4 metres because the shop was massive at the end of the day.
I mean, it was a big shop. It was a big area.
Look at it from the front across. And so after we cut all the soap up, we got the soap there, all the bits. Oh, this was just before we closed down.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, they had a piece of them. They had a summer fair. We thought we'd do that. This is a picture that was taken by someone else because this was actually up on the wall of the shop.
Yeah.
But we had.
It was like going back in time, wasn't it?
We had like minions.
Yeah.
Yeah, inflatable minions that laugh. They sold well. They did.
Yeah.
Magic tricks, toys. It was just a selection of what we had in the shop.
And
magnets,
I mean, stuff that we purposely bought for it, like pocket money toys, bits like that, things that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did.
So necklaces.
We had a good old mix.
Yeah. And then after we closed down, they had WinterCon in Eastbourne.
I was well enough to go to that one.
Yeah. And we went.
It was fantastic.
Basically, we ordered one table.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Oh, they had this available. Do we want this for no extra money?" He was like, "Yeah, go on then." So we had this bit.
I spoke to the people as well because we had to be close enough to the toilets that I could get myself there in the wheelchair.
But because it was
without it being too far from Darren and things like that, so they really were good. They will help you.
So because it was a convention, bits like that, we decided we'd go with anime and film stuff. So we got like anime wallets, different bits like that.
We were selling that faster than Billy O, weren't we?
That went nuts, yeah. We sold a hell of a lot of money's worth of stuff.
I mean, funnily enough, one of the other people at the convention,
one
of them was an old school friend.
Yeah, but the strange thing is that we've always found, no matter how much you seem to sell, you never seem to have any space left in boxes when you put them back.
Oh, I don't know. No, we didn't do bad that time.
We did.
We were
we did get rid of a lot of the key rings as well.
The guy across from us, actually, he normally does key rings, but he actually decided not to put them out because ours were more competitive price.
Ours were cheaper.
Ours were cheaper.
Yeah. I'm showing different bags and bits we had there. And that is it.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been out, let alone out doing a market. Darren,
but that was great. That was
before the lockdown. You did.
I did some local ones,
yeah. Didn't you? Just over the road from us. So if I did have a fall or drop sticks or what have you, it meant he could easily leave the stall with the other people there and come and sort it out.
With the shop, we were there for 3 years. Because as time went on, Debbie's mobility got worse and worse. And we had a get-out clause at 3 years. And it was like, so we'd probably want to do it because it was getting worse.
I wasn't making it down very much at all.
By the time we'd actually got to the bit where the 3 years was up, you weren't coming out hardly at all. No. So it was lucky that we did do it. But yeah, it was one of those things. We had fun.
What I would say, and people said the same to us, you give your life to the shop. You have to.
Yeah.
Because especially when you start out.
Christ, yeah.
We only got a break really once a week was because my mum and dad had cover a day, or when I couldn't make it down, and that is Darren's mum was coming a lot to go and give Darren a hand and bits.
Yeah, but we'd still go in there in the morning to pay stuff off for eBay.
Yes, you did, yeah.
Because we're also selling on eBay and Amazon as well.
But no, it was heart wrenching, but at the same time, it wasn't.
It was a lot of work.
Do your research. Don't just take a shop because it's over the road to you.
But no, it was.
In some ways, it was just as well we did because of my mobility. To be fair.
Yeah, I'll say, but it was good. It was fun. So, but it's very hard work because I mean, I'd go over there. We'd open at 9, and then we'd like set everything out. I'd go through everything, list more stuff. And go through all the bits selling to the people throughout the day. Close at 5 o'clock, and come over here, come back home. Something to eat. And you're doing paperwork and preparing other stuff bits all the way through till later on.
But no, I mean it's hard. Well, he's just so damn cute.
Yeah.
He's really stressed, isn't he, people? So that is one stressed hamster. Look.
Dead hamster.
He's completely content. He knows there's nothing to be frightened of. He's perfectly happy.
He's gone totally. He didn't even flicker with that.
No. He does. He goes to sleep sucking his foot.
Yeah.
Cute.
He's back foot.
Yeah.
Because he folds himself in half.
That's true. But no, No. What made us choose? I honestly don't know. In some ways, I mean, to start off with, we were thinking of shopping Cornwall, weren't we?
We were, yeah.
I mean, because after you lose somebody that's, you know, your partner, you want to be. Well, I don't know whether everybody's the same, but I didn't want to miss any time with Darren, so it made sense to us to do something that was together, and we are together all the time.
The bit with Devon and Cornwall.
The decision against that was my parents,
because so
our parents are getting older and things like that. It's not quick.
So it's still only along the south coast, but it will take you about 7 or 8 hours to get back, and that 7 or 8 hours can make all the difference. No. So it was, so we decided against that, and it was basically it was being made redundant. Didn't get record-breaking amounts for it, but it was enough to actually start it off.
No, that's right.
It was toss-up between, because I couldn't get a job either.
No, wrong age.
I was nearly 40, and that doesn't sound that old, but I was 39, so I was nearly 40. I was going to be 40 that year, and no one wanted you. No one's interested.
Well, no, because they've got to pay X amount of money as well if you're older.
So it was toss-up between doing the shop and doing steam fairs, markets, and conventions all the time.
Yeah.
To do that would have, ironically, strangely enough, it would have been more expensive to start up.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got a van, because we needed a van for the extra size. Our marquee's really old. I mean, it's 2003 we got it, so about 2004 we got it. So yeah, you're looking, it's 18 years old. So we'd have needed new ones, and for the size you'd want, it's like you needed 3. So you're probably looking about 700-800 quid for that. Because I know people will say, you can get really cheap ones, but they are cheap. And if you get the wind blows outside, they fold up.
Yeah, if you decide to do a market and bits like that, to be perfectly honest, do not go to B&Q and buy a 20 quid marquee, because or awning or whatever you want to call it,
if the wind picks up, they go. We've seen so many of them fold up.
Well, when we went to, was it Rye? We did it once there, didn't we? Did a market there once. And I'm not a small girl. I was even bigger back then.
We were holding on.
It was lifting me.
Yeah, so we were holding on to the front of it. We had weights on it. We were holding on to the front of it, and it was lifting us both off the ground.
I mean,
and there weren't any sides on it. There was only the top on it. It was like, we'll give up on this. But no, it was
a nightmare.
Yeah. But we've seen a lot of them. People have bought them at the steam fairs, and after the first day, you see them in the bins because they got folded up on. But I say we needed the money on that.
You can always tell the newbies.
So we needed the money for them. You needed a reliable van because it's your livelihood. So you're probably looking at another about 4 or 5 for that, 4 or 5 grand for that.
And then some sort of sleeper bit.
And then you need like a caravan, which is going to be decent.
You could argue and say, you could sleep in your van, which you could.
You could do, yeah.
But considering I get up about 1,500 times a night for a week.
Yeah, so you'd want a caravan as well. So as you're doing it for your livelihood bits, you're going to want a couple of grand at least for the caravan, and it's just cheaper to start off with.
When you're young, or if you're more sort of used to a more physical way of life and doing bits and bobs, you can stamina a lot better.
Yeah.
But I mean, we made mistakes with buying different bits every now and again. You learn.
Yeah.
You learn throughout the entire thing. But I tell you, I wouldn't change a blooming minute. No. I absolutely loved it.
You want to see the stakes we got to go into the ground to hold a marquee down.
I mean, I miss the shop.
They're levers, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're old 3.5 ton being lifted off.
But I mean, I do. I miss it, but as much as I miss the shop, it's actually the the markets and the bits like that we miss more.
Yeah.
But I am just not able-bodied enough. I mean, when
with the
Darren...
markets, it's a companionship.
Yeah,
it's
that's
the people
right.
around you and bits like that. Because like the shop, you may not see anyone if you don't go out the shop, and if it's really quiet, you may not see hardly anyone.
But we did.
You only see the people who come in the shop.
And we did some, you know, we had some really good friends that we did it with, and you know, it's just the whole thing that makes it.
What we sold, I mean, we started off with the dragons, then we went on to fairies as well, and then skulls, because they're all the same sort of bits. Then we had like pentagram bits, because it was like when we went through to different suppliers, and then we liked incense. We started selling incense as well. People said to us, "Oh, do you sell cones?" So we bought cones, and we sold them in bulk a couple of years later on eBay because no one bought any of them. And then later on, we've started doing film sales. I used to make film sales up, film sale presentations up,
and signed autographs and things.
And we sell different autographs that we got hold of, bits like that. So then later on, we had a supplier, a friend of ours who sells promotional film promotional stuff from premieres and bits like that. So we got into selling that as well. And then like obviously when I was made redundant, we were looking at a shop, things like that, but we still needed to try and make some money, so we were selling bits, and I was going to selling some DVDs as well. So I picked up some cheap and then selling them. So when we and some other people at the market, they had CDs, and he bought a bulk load of CDs and audio books on tape and stuff.
But what
that we bought off some. So we bought a lot of them, and then when we opened the shop, everything went in it.
But what I would say is that things like when you are being shown around a shop, it was a little bit dishonest of the security guard, and this is not the one I was referring to as a very good friend. But he said he couldn't find the door key to the back, so he never looked outside the back. Well, when we moved in there, all of a sudden he didn't have a problem finding the key, but the lock busted.
Yeah.
So we had to provide, and you need to spend some money on a...
Yeah, so it cost, to get a replacement one cost 60 quid for the back door.
There were light bulbs out on the ceiling and whatnot. Well, we didn't know that we could insist that they are, replaced. We also didn't know to get them to replace ceiling tiles, or to check thoroughly enough the toilet and the sink bit there and things like that. You can actually, no wonder they snapped our hands off when we offered them the deal we did. I'm not going to go into that.
It'd been empty for about a year and a half anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
They said what they wanted. We offered them a lot less.
But the key thing was, in the end, that as much as there were certain things we hadn't realised and we had hidden expenses that we didn't know about, what saved us on bits in the end was having a blooming good solicitor. She was fantastic.
Yeah, she went through and found
she
everything.
knew exactly the sort of games that places would play.
Because it said it had to be returned in good condition, and she got it changed to in the same condition as what it was when we got it.
Oh, he's so sweet. His foot's out his mouth now. But he does. He's so cute. It must be exhausting eating potato.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Right, guys. I hope that's answered your question, Lollyween. I'm pretty sure you weren't expecting quite so detailed a reply.
Oh, I'm sure she was.
But Lollyween, admittedly, will understand it because, as we said last week, she does do convention things herself.
Yeah.
And as I say, join her YouTube channel, please. Not YouTube. What am I talking about? Instagram. See, I'm not very good with this technical jargon.
If you got any questions, let us know in the comments.
And as always, any questions on anything at all throughout the week,
if you've got any little businesses you've got,
let us know about if you've got little businesses
and bits like that. Let us know. We'll give you a shout out.
If you want advice on, different points and things like that, give us a shout. We're always happy to share.
Yeah, that's right.
And so we do appreciate you two. You two? Yeah. We appreciate you two people.
You two people. It's going to be more than 2. 3 of them usually comment.
This is true.
4 you go in.
Any more 4? No, but no. I love it. I miss the old markets. I wish they would come back round, but then you don't get so many individual little shops and things because people say they want to use them and then it just doesn't happen. But this is why I love Etsy so much, because you get little shops on there that are people have just created. But no, guys, anyway, any questions, any advice, anything at all, just let us know and we will try and help.
Yeah.
Right. So, as always, be safe, be different, and be kind to your hamsters.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.